Hey everybody, welcome back. This is your next picket card reading, and it is about what makes you irresistible. I love doing readings like this so that we can reflect on the type of person that we are and, how people might see us in these different categories. So thanks for joining. I'm so glad to have you guys here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so and hit that notification bell for when I go live. Also, any likes or shares are very much appreciated. It helps my channel grow and it goes a really, really long way. So, thank you in advance for doing that. If you'd like a personal reading, check out my description box below. It has all the details on how to get a hold of me, and we can definitely set something up. I love working with you guys, and personally, I prefer to be live to help you work through, the different problems you might be having. But, videos are just as good as well. It depends what type of guidance you're looking for. Also, if you are new to the channel, you probably have not heard about the raffle I have going on. The raffle I'm doing is called the Hermit Transformation Bundle, named after the spiritual journey and the ninth tarot card in the major arcana of the deck about, spiritual transformation and solo journey. The reading is going to be 3 different sessions that are 1 hour long each, and we're going to be talking about what you need to transform in the 3D, 4D, and also the 5D. I'm really looking forward to the winner, so I think it's going to be lots of fun. So definitely check that description box out on how to enter for the raffle. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have 3 wonderful options for you today. We have the Apatite, which is this beautiful blue rock, crystal, I should say. I love this one. Then we have Labradite, which has this iridescent sheen to it. And then we have pile 3, which is your amethyst. Very beautiful. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give you a moment to think about the question that we're asking today. What makes you so irresistible, or just irresistible in general? And whatever crystal you're drawn to, and you might be drawn to a second pile as well, you're welcome to take that option as well, and find out what it has to say. All right, so we're going to get started. Pile 1. Let's move these out of the frame. Pile 1. All right, so what makes you irresistible? Ooh, these are new cards. They're not quite broken in yet. So what makes pile 1 irresistible? The King of Swords, the Nine of Wands. You are a fighter. You don't take anybody's shit. Well, yep, that pretty much sums it up there. The Empress, that Empress energy. You have a very, mom way about you. And then you, meld it together with this King of Swords energy. You're basically all, 4 traits. That's why you come up as the Empress. And you have a deep emotional side to you. You're very deep in many different aspects. A lot of the time what I get is that, especially for this, you bring people, you can connect with many people because of all of these different ways that you are. You're a fighter in every regard of this, every way of this sense, for your emotions, for your passion, for your stability, for your logic, all of it. What makes you irresistible to people is that you had to fight to get where you are, and it's very clear that you go after exactly what you want and you do not stop until you get it. The Devil. So I feel like you have this very alluring look to you. And maybe people find you even a little bit scandalous. Not saying this would, be you, but maybe somebody like would think that you would engage in third party affairs or like have an affair with somebody, and just kind of like the temptation, like that's how people see you. And it's because of so many factors about you, because you are the whole package. You stand up for what you believe in and you don't back down. Look at how she's dressed too. You may dress very like hip, very with the current trends, with what's going on. The Emperor. And what makes you irresistible, even more irresistible, is when you're in the relationship with the right person, where you make them feel like the Emperor, like you're the Empress to the Emperor. You're like if Divine Feminine had a definition, it would be you. You're just the perfect example of a Divine Feminine. And you complete people's circle, like their circle of thoughts, their circle of like what they need, the circle in the relationships. Like you fit in like a wonderful puzzle piece. Okay. So overall, what makes you resistible? You're like a magician. You can manifest whatever you want so easily and bring all of these different like celebrations and different things to be excited about because of how hard you fight, how hard you stand up for what you believe in. Whether it be work, whether it be, just a personal belief or a stance on, how you feel about something. You speak with conviction, you speak with passion. You get people to change their mind. And you don't even try. You don't even try to change their mind. They just do because of the way that you speak. That temptation, that energy, that vibration that you have, people hear you when you're talking. It's like you're giving a personal message to each person individually when they have an encounter with you. Like they feel like it was fated to have this conversation with you. It's almost like an honor. So what makes you irresistible? So we have hope. Stay positive. The world is behind you. Look up to the light. So you're very optimistic. You want to look at the brighter sides of things, especially when, problems come into your life, because for this one, rebirth, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. You aren't somebody that will sit there and complain. You're about it. You're going to go and do it, whatever it is. And you don't care how much time it takes or what it costs you, because that's how, driven you are about it. And that's what makes you irresistible, is that it's almost like you might even be alone because there's just not a match that you've found, because you are a 1 in a million. And it's hard for you to find somebody for that reason. And then last one here, home. People feel at home with you. You just adapt and you change to whatever is needed in that moment based on the vibration. You're just very, almost like a chameleon. I see an image of a chameleon, but you're different auras, because I feel like you're magical, or this magician here, because you're able to manipulate your aura and literally change to fit the room, but in a positive manner. You create rebirth everywhere you go. You transform it. And it's because the type of hope and the positivity that you have on your side that you're able to do this. And this is what people find irresistible about you. All right, we're going to pull a couple messages from Spirit, from the channeled messages I have, about what makes you irresistible. What are you working on manifesting into existence? So literally exactly what I was saying. I love when that happens. What makes you irresistible is that people see that you manifest it and you just do it over and over again, and they're looking at you like, "Oh, what are they working on next?" Leave these toxic people in the past. They are no good for you. So you have an ability to cut people off that gives you that edge. And that's why you're so good at manifesting things, because if they're toxic and you know it, you're not going to stick around for it. You're very decisive and you're like, "Yep, doing this. Yep, going to manifest this." And you speak with such power in that tone that it's a little bit alarming to people. You're so decisive. I really like this pile. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this reading. And let me know what, matched up and what you resonated with. I'm really interested to hear. I think that we would be friends. Really good friends, actually. All right. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. I would love to have you here and to have you present for some more of my readings. If you would like a reading as well, check out the description box below. There's information on how to get a hold of me there as well. All right, pile 2. Pile 2. We have Labradorite. Welcome to the new people to the channel from pile 2. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that subscribe if you would like to. Also the bell for notifications. And I'm going to tell you what makes you so irresistible. Let's talk about that. What makes pile 2 so irresistible? Whoa. 7 of chalices. 8 of chalices. 6 of pentacles. 4 of pentacles. People like to watch you. I think you're like a head turner. So what makes you so irresistible, pile 2? I feel like the fact that you have many options. Look at this guy. He's like looking at him. And then you're like, that one wasn't good enough. I'm going to walk away from that. I get that people want to impress you, so they're constantly trying to give you gifts, or giving something to you, whether it be their time, a physical gift, money. Like, you have a lot of admirers. You might even be on a public platform. Maybe you have a YouTube channel, but you have a lot of admirers. Look at this guy, like, looking through the window, and you're just like, you just do your thing. You spend a lot of time alone and working on things. And people are, like, constantly wanting to be around you because you have a very calming nature. What makes you irresistible is what you do to other people in regards to calming them. It's just your presence. You're very, like, on your own, interested in working on things and building things and building up what's important to you. I see that you write a lot. And you put hard work into something. And the reason why you put such hard work into these things, into your passions, is because you were hurt a lot in the past and it's kind of kept you bound. And the more and more that you realize, and if you approach, your ambitions with this, wild energy of like just taking them on, the more and more you heal from it. And that's irresistible to people because you're good at regenerating to, be this King of Chalices here. Look at him. He's happy. He's eating his food. Um, you're really good at like rejuvenating and regenerating yourself, even if you are in the public eye. And that makes you irresistible to people because you're able to be dependent in a way that others are not able to be. And I get that you might not have like a huge amount of self confidence, but when other people look at you, they're very confident in your abilities because of your hard work ethic and your ability to kind of just put your nose down and, you know, focus on what brings you true joy. Whether it be this social platform or something where you're speaking publicly. But the only reason you can be in the public like that is because you spend a good amount of time alone contemplating, thinking about the things of life. I get that you're very deep, and sometimes you'll say things that are very profound that you've discovered in your works alone, and you take all that time you spent putting into yourself and, you know, understanding what the world is and delivering those messages to people in a way that, you know, changes their world. You always choose you. And I get that. And I also see this too as a gentleman actually coming into your life, the King of Chalices, and offering you love. If this hasn't happened yet, I get a good feeling it's going to be the King of Water, basically. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. And they're going to love all these aspects of you and the calming energy that you bring to them. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull an oracle card for what makes you irresistible. Nature, ground yourself, find a sanctuary in nature, connect with the elements. When you display that hardworking energy, and you might even like working outside or maybe working with the different elements and forces. You could be a witch or interested in witchy things. But you're very connected to nature, very connected to the earth. And people see that because it's very like mystical to them how you operate. They don't understand it, but they just see you in action working with the earth and with nature. You could even really like dogs or animals. There's a lot of different animals in these pictures here, but be very connected to animals. And I think that's like your nature too, with the calming effect. You even have a calming effect on animals. And what makes you irresistible is that I think it's because you've had such, not a sad life, but kind of a lonely life. And it would maybe make you look sad on the outside. But what it's telling me is about the irresistible part is that you just have a lot of emotional depths that people don't understand. And it makes you mystical or like a magical tone that people don't quite understand you. Like you're a mystery. You're a mystery to them. People might find like your little anxious bouts cute because I just hear like you get like high pitched, like ah! Like when you're feeling that way, or maybe when you're upset, you have a high pitched like voice, but generally you're pretty calming. But for you to not be calm is really, really weird. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pull some spirit messages about what makes you irresistible. Why are you speaking so poorly about yourself? I don't I think it's because you've had a come up from that. Like people see the transformation and change in you, that you're just ascended. And people don't see you the way that you sometimes speak to yourself. Not at all. You're like a lot further in front of people, and I think you just don't realize how like advanced that you are, especially in your mind. And that makes you irresistible to people. I think you don't see what other people see. You are so close to achieving your dreams. So right there too, what makes you irresistible is people think that you are successful. And it's because of all this time that you have doing alone or working on your craft, and they see that you're going out there and you're working on your dreams. You're not going to let anything hold you back or keep you from doing that. And people really admired that about you. All right, pile two. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for checking out the reading. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that notification bell as well. And if you're looking for a private reading, check out the box below for the description, and you'll see how to get in contact with me. And I look forward to doing your private reading with you. All right, we're moving on to pile three. All right, pile three. We have the amethyst. All right. What makes you irresistible? So what makes you irresistible is that you're very romantic and very passionate, and people see that about you. Mysterious as well. Even in like some of the good times and the bad times, you still put on a good face, even things when things aren't going your way. And people love that optimism about you because it has to do with your confidence level and how you can trust in yourself and know that even though things aren't good right now, that, you know, it's going to get better. And once you make a decision on which way it's going to go, it's going to be this Sun card. People see the ebbs and flows in your life, and you might not have had like it goes back and forth a lot, but them seeing your ambition and drive to continue to choose love instead of getting mad over things makes you irresistible. It shows what great depth you have and what inner strength you have to take a situation, you know, not really get too upset about it and just roll with the punches. You're very balanced in that regard, even though it you know, if it's a terrible situation, you're able to navigate it, and you do it with love, and you do it with like, it's like just another day, just gonna, you know, finish the day off and have this cheers. You're just so like calm, cool, and collected about it. People find irresistible about you how much you know and how knowledgeable you are, how much you enjoy studying. And you take your studies very seriously. And taking those studies seriously is cool to others because it shows that you aren't just like surface level. You have so many things about you that are interesting and that you find interesting. By watching what you study, by watching what you study, people get an insight into, you know, who you are as a person and the things that you value, because you usually have like a heart connection to the things that you're studying. And when people see you take pride and wanting to learn about something or gain more knowledge about that thing that you're, excited about, they find that irresistible. Like, just how your brain works is what I hear. All right. So, get hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Like I was saying, you're very optimistic. You're always looking at the positive side. Even, being able to put the things behind you that are bad. That's very important to the people that watch you and what makes you irresistible. I get that you might get people that are kind of sad, but you manage it so well and just have like such a romantic way about you and loving way that you handle things that it kind of like makes the other person that you're with better. And that's very irresistible to a partner that you could potentially have. All right. You are great with commitment. You might not have been in the past, but people see that you make a really great effort to be able to commit to things, whether it be love, whether it be work, or, commitment to the things that you're learning. You follow through with it, and that is irresistible because there are a lot of people in this world that, can just pick something up and get to learn about it, and they never follow through with it. They stop at a certain point because distractions got in the way. You're not like that. You don't let things get in the way, and you make the time out for it. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. All right, let's see what messages we get from Spirit about what makes you irresistible. Get up off the couch and go get what you desire. So you're very like, be about it. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. It has to go with that commitment card there too. You're always, so I get decode the meaning of your dreams. I get that you're always trying to find an underlining message, and you can always find an underlying message to situations or things that happen to you. And the way that you make sense of it makes you irresistible because you always find the theme in it. And it's always, I hear, well, I didn't look at that way or at that perspective. And that's what people think because it's the way that you look at things, and they like how your brain works. And I think you're very intelligent. You're very smart, and that really gets people like going about you, and they love that. All right, Pile 3, thanks so much for joining us. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. If you're looking for a personal reading, I'd be glad to do one with you privately via live or even video recording. Check out the description box for how to get a hold of me. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you have a blessed day.